ルトの価値ってのは何だ。あの子の父親は一体誰なんだ。ハルカの息子を守ってやるのは今俺しかいねえ。みんなが待つところに。
おじさん。
At the heart of it, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, is a story about family. What defines a family? Or a father? Is it blood? Is it love? And when push comes to shove, what are we willing to do for those we would call our family? Yakuza 6 sets out to explore those themes. After retiring from his Yakuza life as 4th chairman of the Tojo clan, all Kazuma Kiryu wants to do is live a life in peace with Haruka, the closest thing to a family he has. The two set out to open an orphanage on the Okinawan coast they call home, but Kiryu's past and his Yakuza ties have done nothing but come back to haunt him. These ghosts threaten to tear them and their new life apart.
Kiryu Kazuma をカムロ町での暴行傷害、並びに器物破損の容疑で逮捕します。
At the onset of Yakuza 6, Kiryu reluctantly agrees to spend 3 years in prison to hopefully wash clean his past for good. But while those 3 years are relatively uneventful for him, on the outside and without him, the lives of those he's closest to begin to unravel. Haruka Sawamura was only a little girl when she met Kiryu in 2005, and the two have seen their fair shares of both joy and strife. In 2012, Haruka set out to become an idol, a treacherous path she had to take that would lead her to a final choice: distance herself from Kiryu permanently, or abandon her dream. In front of thousands of fans, Haruka chose Kiryu, but that choice was not without consequence. When Kiryu returns from his 3-year sentence, he discovers Haruka has gone missing. Faced with tabloid scrutiny and social media bullying, Haruka did the one thing that her mother told her not to do: run away. Kiryu sets out to his old stomping ground, Kamurocho, in order to find her, but he's too late. Haruka has been in an accident, but when Kiryu reaches the hospital, he gets another shock. In the accident, Haruka had sacrificed her own well-being to save the life of another, her son, Haruto. The only thing Kiryu has to go on is a picture of Haruka taken in the sleepy port town of Onomichi, Hiroshima. And he has more questions than answers. Who is Haruto's father? Why was Haruka so far away from home? And what did she do there? Kiryu heads out to Onomichi to discover the answers. But Hiroshima is a land of contrasts. Lively, yet abandoned. Bright, yet shadowy. And in these shadows, Kiryu will discover a Yakuza organization that would kill to protect its secrets. But Kiryu is not the type of man to be intimidated.
Oi.
なんじゃい。
あまり時間がねえ。早いとこ済ませてんだがな。行くぞ。 けやろうぜ。
Hey! We got it working.
Friday.
Yeah. Happy Friday! Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. I have a black cat. I'm excited.
Excited.
All the bad luck. Bring it.
Bring it. It's launch season, so that's when
Yeah,
you
I
need
know.
all that bag luck.
I know.
You know? Thanks again for joining us. It's Friday Yakuza Stream SEGA Live Day.
Woo!
My name's Sam Mullen,
I'm Scott.
and we're here to talk about Yakuza all
It's
day.
happening Tuesday.
We are here.
It's happening.
We finally
It's
got here.
happening. So this is basically the Haruka lead up that we're going to be doing today. Wow, this is loud on my ears. Over the yeah. So we're starting with Haruka to lead up into her decisions.
Yeah, so
consequences
so
of her
I think
actions.
it's safe to say there may be some light spoilers here. We're not here to ruin the
Okay.
Yakuza 5 experience.
No.
But
Don't quit the game.
the Yakuza 5 experience for you guys, but we may kind of we want to sort of bridge where Haruka is here and where she ends up right before Yakuza 6. And we're not going to get into details, but
Right.
think
Next
that-
week though, next Tuesday we're gonna stream some Yakuza 6.
Yeah.
From the beginning. You can finally get to hear the localization commentary over
Yakuza
Y6
6.
because
Yep.
you've all played the demo, I assure you. I assume.
yeah. So yeah, let's
we
jump
go,
on
here
in.
we go.
Here we go. So there's gonna be a
Beginning
little
of Haruka's chapter.
there's a little bit of a cutscene up here at the
Definitely.
beginning.
That's how this game
That's
rolls.
how these games rolls. No.
Taiga
Taiga
Sajima
Sajima
complete.
complete.
On
Oh,
to
okay,
part 3.
okay. On to part
Akiyama Sawamura. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Load the same data.
So, refresh my memory. So in Yakuza 4, what's we're gonna load in here and we're gonna see her
Yakuza 4?
working out. She's an idol at this point.
Right.
She's in training. Well,
Oh, no.
actually, no.
okay,
Let's
right.
play.
We're
Let's play.
rooting into
That's
this.
right. Okay.
This is Murray Parker,
So
agent.
So this is her agent,
Right.
the person who's training her.
意味がわからない
But
Right.
she's got some other relationships with people in the series, but we're not going
Morning
to
Glory Orphanage.
we're not going to get into that. Yeah, Morning Glory Orphanage.
Yeah, so this is the I think we see the part of the scene last week where like we saw it from the other perspective. Where
Yeah,
Kiryu-
yeah.
Kiryu-
We're
right,
we're
now
Kiryu
we're-
his.
Now
Yeah.
we're seeing more of it and why he's left Morning Glory.
Right. I love Kiryu's reaction in this scene. He's just like poker faced the entire time.
But he's also kind of like, you're right.
Yeah. So basically, Park here is basically saying like, I can turn Haruka into a star. Like she's got everything a girl needs to be the top of the top. But you are a
Or a
liability.
problem.
You're a
a
liability.
risk.
その条件が
So here you guys.
俺がここから去ることだ
Oh man. This is touched on in the comic, I want to say.
Yep, I think yeah.
It might be chapter 10, which will be on Tuesday. I
Yeah.
think.
Lauren,
Lauren, is chapter 10 happening?
it was chapter 10. That's like the most important one. It's the big finale. We should put up live tiles about that.
If it works.
Oh, that's right.
PS4.
Magic. So I was mentioning live tiles. That's kind of like jargon, but you guys may know, like if you have a PS4, if you highlight like a game tile on your menu on that PS4 and you scroll down and it loads up like a whole bunch of content sort of down on the bottom right, like all those little things.
Our artists make those little tiles.
Yeah,
they
those are
do
called
little
live
stream
tiles,
things,
and we can actually.
I'm the one who sets them up. and
Yeah, we
if
do
they
that
screw
stuff.
up, it's my fault.
So when the game goes live, or at some point in the next couple of days, we're gonna have those game surveys that we always put up. That's gonna be up there as well. So if you
Yes,
once you
take
play the
survey.
game for a little while, please take the survey.
Take the survey.
But don't But from a request from me, please don't take the survey and post it on some random forum and be like, hey, all you people who may or may not have actually played the game, please take the survey.
Because we kind of want to hear from people who have
Don't do that.
experienced it, not the people who are just like, I don't like Yakuza, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
or I have an opinion
Right.
that's not based in any sort of fact, because that doesn't actually help us do anything. So take the survey once you've played the game for a little while.
Yes, yes. There may or may not be a clan creator code at the end of taking that survey.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Damn! Find your own way out.
Yeah, find your own way out.
Get out, lady.
So Park is that's a common like Korean last name, right?
Correct.
So she's Korean. I guess she's Korean.
Right. I don't know how much that plays into things.
It's interesting because Park is how it's always rendered in English, but in Japanese it's always rendered as Pato. Which I always thought was kind of interesting. There's like a I know how to read it. Like if I saw it on paper, I'd be like, oh, that's Pato-san, Park-san. Coaster, I would prefer if you did not post the survey to
That's what we were just talking about.
As a subreddit. Like yeah. If you're gonna take it, please take it off your PS4.
Or if you have to take it on your PC because it's easier, that's fine. But just don't share it.
Guys, and I'll tell you when the reasons. I'll tell you exactly when the reasons. What happens is when you post it to forums, like I said, there's a couple different people that will get that we don't really honestly need their feedback from. One are people who bought the Japanese version but didn't buy the English version. Like, I guess we could, but you're not really playing the game we made. You're playing the game Japan made, and it's not quite the same thing. And then also you'll get these people, like I said, who just have an opinion about things, but it's not grounded in reality. Like, they read a forum and they formed opinion about what they think Yakuza 6 is about, but they didn't really play it.
And this data gets used, guys. Like, we actually do look at this data and use it to inform opinions about the future of the franchise. Like, if you guys go in there and you're like, this localization sucks, guess what? I'm probably going to get fired.
I'm gonna get, no, he's not getting fired, but I'm going to yell at him.
You're right. Right.
So,
that's a survey. That's a question on that survey.
So be honest about it, but be honest. Don't like try to answer in a way that you think we want to hear, because that doesn't help us.
Yep.
So play the game. If you've played the game to the point where you're like, I understand what this is about, please take survey. Oh man, that's deep.
Dreams. This game's all about the dreams.
Yeah, well, what was Kiryu's dream when he was a kid? What is Kiryu's dream?
He wanted to be like his father.
That's what it is, right?
Right.
To be like his father. How far would you go for family, Scott?
Right?
That's right. This game's all about the dreams.
Yes. What's the Japanese subtitle of Wi-Fi? Isn't it not about literally the dreams?
I think it's something about dreams. Yeah.
The Yume count.
That would actually be good. That actually would be really good. Like take a shot at your Yakuza 6 whiskey glass for every time they say dreams. Every time you hear Yume, be like. You basically spend the entire weekend like smashed. Oh, so she's listening to all this stuff. Oh, there you go. We should have done that. Like next.
We should have thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well. What can you do?
Oh no, tech guy's leaving. Everything's gonna go to hell.
He says he'll be back. So, well, yeah, I don't want. It's hard. I want to like talk about this game, but also don't really want to spoil, because I know there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
So, guys, in the chat, just so we can get a judge on what's going on, like, how many of you guys have not played Yakuza 5, but you plan on doing it or you want to if you had the chance? I'd like to know that. Or are you guys all like, oh, we've all played Yakuza 5. Let's talk about Yakuza 5, because we'll talk about Yakuza 5 if that's what you guys want to do.
Yeah, we don't want to. I saw on the Twitter that we're like playing this Haruka part, and they post the gif of like Majima and Saejima fighting, and
Yeah, but I mean,
people were like,
we all knew that was happening, right?
right, yeah, but it was literally at the beginning where I guess, well, ah.
It's in the. I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that in the trailer? Like in the the initial loop?
Probably.
I think it's in.
I guess.
I don't know if that's.
I don't know. It's just hard to talk about old games that are new. Sotomori! This is like the first like HD rendering of Sotomori, I want to say. After
Could you? It wasn't in 3. It wasn't in 4.
right.
Oh yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah. Man, it looks awesome in 0 though. Like even from what you see here, like taking it when it reappears in 0.
And it looks even better in Kiwami 2, guys.
Oh man, does it.
It's super hot. There we go.
Here we are. If you fun zero trivia. This guy Ogita here. If you finished Kiryu's Maharaja sub-stories, this is the guy who you fight at the end. Pops out and is like, "Hey, if you ever have a daughter, make sure you send her my way."
Working it. Haruka working it.
This whole section is amazing. Like what this whole section does after like playing through like Kiryu and then Saejima, and you're dealing with all this like Yakuza politics and jail politics, and then suddenly you're in the world of like an idol.
Yeah.
And it really shows you like, oh snap, the world of idols is not actually that easy or fun.
It's not rainbows and hearts and stars.
Yeah.
It's like
This is a really cool.
she's like fighting her own fight here, you know, like it's her own kind of like this I don't want to say jingi, but like she's signed up for this thing, and she's having to commit like through and through and through, you know. And you know that in her head she's like thinking about like, what would Uncle Kaz do?
Yeah.
You know, like would Uncle Kaz just be like,
I can't do this.
I can't do this. I quit. No, man. When would Kiryu ever be like, nah,
Yeah.
I can't do this. I quit. Like that would never happen.
言っとくけど、こんなの基礎の基礎なんやからな。いい加減できなきゃ、もうやるだけ時間の無駄や。
Yeah, the Yakuza series really kind of is one of the only ones that really touches on like the dark side of the idol industry.
Yeah.
Not just here, but throughout the series.
Yeah.
There's a hostess in 6 that also kind of touches on this. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, here we go, guys.
I've seen a lot of people who are like, if I ever have to hear so much more again, I'm gonna die. But that's kind of the thing, right? How do you think that's so meta? Because like Haruka's out here hearing so much more all day, every day. And that's giving you that feeling. It's like, you tired of this song yet? Guess what? Here, play it 10 more times.
Yeah, that's right. It's not fun and games, guys. You're like in her head, like doing it, you know? The mocap is so good, man. I gotta always wait. So like when I look at games like this, I'm always like trying to dissect like what they do with, you know, like when you're creating this sort of content, like, you know, are they for this? And this is back in this was being developed in like 2010, 2011-ish. I think this was actually done either slightly after or like in parallel with Binary Domain. So they had like similar stuff kind of going on at the same time. I
don't know how similar they are.
Well, I mean, they're working on it's the same engine and the same team accessing the same resources, basically. But I'm always like when for these characters, like in the main scenes, you know, they do a lot of like facial capture or whatever. But you'll notice in all her dance routines that she's got like, you know, the eyes move, the mouth moves. There's like, you know, like small facial adjustments that really bring the characters to life. And I'm always wondering, like did they, like, where are they getting that? Are they using camera reference? Are they using actual did they do dot mocap for that? Like, oh, it's just, you know.
We had an interesting conversation about the translation of So Much More that you should tell them.
So Much More. Oh, because in Japanese it's konnan janai.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I forgot about that. So konnan janai, it literally in Japanese means this isn't how it should be. Right? It's kind of what it means. It's like the direct translation of konnan janai. isn't how it, and you could translate it that way, but that's like an example of like a situation where you kind of need to change the nuance to be more, to kind of be a little more clear of like what the actual intention of the line is. And so when you say konnan janai, it's not just like this isn't how it should be. The implication is that it should be so much more. Like this isn't representative of like who I am. Like I could be so much more. And so that's how the dev team ultimately, or the translation team at the time, decided to translate it. And I think it's a very bold translation, but a very good translation at the same time.
No men beating each other up here, Fireball Super. This is idle life.
Konnan janai. It's like konnan janai has this like frustration behind it. I mean, it's like literally like right when Haruka fell down there, and she has that like that image of like frustration on her face. That's what she's saying in her head in Japanese. She's like konnan janai, like that's it. That's the expression of that.
Right.
So
we were not involved in the translation or localization of Wi-Fi. We were involved in getting it out the door.
Getting out the door. But the translation was done by the guys who've been doing the translation for Yakuza for a long, long time.
Right.
So
Who also contributed to Zero.
who also worked on Zero. So you know.
I don't know if we're going to get to the Princess League, but I sure hope we do, because that's the other Zero reference there, is Dolce Kamiya shows up there as the host.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Back in Zero, you might recognize him as the radio host. Mina-sama! So good. That's actually like a thing. When my wife goes up to work, I'll be like, see you next time. Official translation of Today is a Diamond and Hands, yeah. I know. Those lyrics are important. We've been talking about like doing that in some way. Like how to get you guys lyrics to the karaoke songs. Because man, they do have like deeper meaning. Like
yeah, I mean we actually
Today is a Diamond is
actually
like,
you know
oh
what? Hey guys, like have a little bit of a peek into the daily work of Sam and Scott. I literally started building a document that I was going to use as a translation basis for all the songs in the game, and the lyrics are not immediately, like across the entire series, aren't immediately accessible to us, so I have to like go out and like basically watch videos of them and like copy them in, because that's one of the things. I put like 2.5 hours into starting to create this document one day. And I think it was a day when you were out for something.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, oh, you know, Scott's going to come back next day. I'm going to be like, hey, man, I made this document for you to get translated and start working on these lyrics. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but basically the document didn't save, and I lost like 2.5 hours of work.
I don't know if you told me that part.
Yeah. I was just like, so he came in and like, Scott, I was like working on this thing, and it vanished. And I just like, it's
when
just,
that happens,
you just don't want to start over. You're just like, God, I don't even want to do this anymore. So I did start on that, but it did I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. Maybe I should
get back to it.
Maybe I should get back to it. Sega needs to stop making things so busy. Too busy. Too much stuff going on. I mean, I don't know if you guys are aware, like, this weekend in Japan, in Akiba, they're having what they call SEGA Fest, which is like this sort of like Sega fan kind of weekend event sort of thing. And our big boss, Haruki Satomi, is going to get on stage, I think, on Japan Saturday morning and make some announcements, which is going to be probably like 10:30 our time on the Pacific Coast. And I'm thinking it's being streamed. We'll have to we can try to figure that out later. But there's going to be some announcements that you guys might be interested in. So definitely tune in that. And just goes to show you, like,
not Yakuza related. Don't start hyping.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, there's no Yakuza related ones that I'm aware of. Yeah, tune in and maybe you'll see something that's kind of interesting that you like. But yeah, man, what a great time to be a Sega fan.
Right.
We got so much stuff.
This is really hard to talk and do at the same time, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm usually pretty good at that, but when you gotta be Haruka, you gotta put it all into Haruka. I'm gonna let Sam do the talking when I have to do the rhythming.
I mean, I've kind of sometimes ever since I worked on Miku games, I've always been like, man, I wish I could dance like an idol. That'd be awesome. Just for me to break that out Yeah. There's
Definitely
just being able to like memorize this stuff, like I think is just incredible. Like, back when I was in my Miku days, like I remember like I used to spend a lot of time like digesting like Miku fandom and what it meant to be into Miku. I remember there was this one girl who used to basically like flash learn Miku dance routines in like an hour.
Oh my god.
She would just like, and at the end of the hour, she would like record herself dancing it and post it. It was like legitimately incredible. Like, how did you learn like an entire like 3-4 minute dance routine like speed run? Oh man, it's just like, there's some really talented people out there in the world. It's just amazing.
I'm so glad we fixed our delay input.
What?
I'm so glad we fixed our delay input.
Yeah.
This would be impossible.
This would be impossible.
Our stream's coming up in the world, guys. I'm excited to talk Y66 week now.
Acebreaker 7. What time would the Sega Fest be? EST? I think that's going to be probably, if my time understanding is correctly, that would be 9:30 your time. Although it's not EST right now, it's EDT. Technically.
Huh.
For us people who work in across time zones, that's a very important distinction. Sega Fest UK time? Oh man, I don't know, guys.
GMT!
That's gonna be like, that's like 2 something in the morning.
Yeah, I think EU tweeted that it'd be like kind of early for you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of early. But hey, it's Friday night, Saturday morning. Get your whiskey.
Just remember these Yakuza.
まあ今のは悪なかったわ。
Not bad.
上的やな。
Not bad. Did I S rank that?
今日はこのくらいで
That's
that's
that tough.
the
That's that
idle
tough. That's that tough
明
love.
日もきついで。夜遊びせんとしっかり寝ておくんやな。
ありがとうございました
Damn it.
That's right. She's like, "Thank you, sir. I'll have another," kind of thing. You know, that's. And these kids, these Japanese kids, man, they're tough. They're tough stuff.
The Groove Booster! Oh my god, I love these. Charming cuteness.
That's
Win the hearts of the crowd with a
that'll
sweet
slay you,
performance during
man.
a
That's
death
a
battle.
heat action right there.
Oh man, that is a heat action actually.
Yeah. Haruka style heat action.
うまくいったよね
What'd she say there?
うまくいったよね. Like I did pretty good.
Oh.
明日からいよいよプリンセスリーグの決勝戦が始まるわね。
はい
優勝すれば大々的に売り出していくわ。
Major marketing push.
その一つとして。
We're familiar with major marketing pushes.
Someone asked, why does Haruka have a health meter? She can take damage if she doesn't do well.
Yeah, it's like her almost like her confidence, right?
Oh, it's her confidence. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's her confidence. And then when she runs out of confidence, she's just
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I've lost meaning in life. That totally makes sense. I like that. I like that.
一つのムーブメントを作り出すことができるわ。東京進出こそメジャーという世界に飛び込んだ証明
That
にな
good.
る。
I love when the IT guy comes back.
It makes everything we're safe. We've survived. We've passed through the valley of death and arrived on the other side. All is safe.
あら、いつになく浮かない顔ね。不安？
いやちょっと話が大きすぎてまだ実感が
何言ってるの？これからあなたの身の回りではこれまで想像もしなかったことが一気に起きるのよ。
Yeah.
あなたの歌を
Tough.
全国の何十万という人が
No
聞き
pressure.
何百万という人の目に触れる浮世離れした体験があなたの日常になるの。ちゃんと覚悟しておきなさい。
はいでもまだ決勝で勝てるか
It's
ど
not
う
the
か
right attitude, Haruka. You're gonna win.
そうね。
I've got you.
でもあなたは負けられないはずよ。
I want to say you can actually
あな
screw
た
up
が
your
負けれ
platinum
ば
track
沖縄
by
の施設へ
losing
の
the
援助を
Princess
打ち
League.
切らせてもらう。
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
閉鎖することになるでしょう。
That's hard. I guess it's the same thing with it's like you're along the ride with Haruka. There is no room for failure.
Yep.
その意味がわかるでしょう。
This is actually one of the harder games to platinum. I want to say it was.
私
This has
どんな
does
こと
this
があ
have
ろ
is
う
the
と
one with
止
pachinko
め
in
ま
it?
せんから
Oh my god.
そう。
Yeah.
Oh my god. So
疲れてるところ悪く
let's have a localization
ちょっと
thing.
歯
So
かけただけよ
pachinko
あのね、はるか。
in this game,
一つ
pachinko guys
覚えておいて。
is one of like the major hurdles in the localization process.
多くの
Like
人に愛されなきゃね。
pachinko. Like how many of you guys actually played pachinko?
はい
How many of you guys actually got in and was like, I dropped 10 hours a game into pachinko? Because it took the amount of work of like a 30-hour localization game to get pachinko in correctly. Because the thing about pachinko that you guys have to understand, pachinko is actually like a super, it's a sort of a form of gambling, and gambling is highly regulated in Japan, and thus pachinko, as being one of the most popular forms of gambling, is super highly regulated. And so in all the there's a lot of trade secrets and stuff that people protect about their pachinko stuff in Japan, and so the pachinko games in Yakuza 5 are actually like real replications of the real pachinko machines in real life that they were actually popular in Japan at the time Yakuza 5 was made. Those pachinko machines are owned by Sega Sammy, by Sammy, which is, you know, under the Sega Sammy kind of umbrella, and it's all proprietary, and it's all like black box, regulated, approved, and all this other stuff. So like to get that localized to any sort of format, like we had to do all this like crazy black box back and forth code swapping between Sammy and our developers for the port, and oh my god, it was so much work. It was insane how much like, oh, we just need to change these buttons so they're not like swapped or whatever.
Right, we have the same problem with the
oh my
the
god, it
arcade
was
games.
so complicated.
Space Harrier, Outrun, and all that stuff, because those are separate binaries, and when you load into those in Yakuza, you can tell because they take a little longer to load.
Yeah.
And they have to be worked on as separate binaries. We can't just be like, X and circle, please switch.
Yeah,
and
it would have been so much easy. It would have been so easy. It would have been so easy to just be like, guys, no one outside Japan is gonna care about pachinko. Like, it's not worth it. Let's just drop the content. We just make it so you can't.
Are you serious saying that right now?
No,
you can't do that.
We can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do
We
it,
learned
even
that
though
lesson.
it's like.
We will never do that again. Don't listen.
But we have to make it happen. But it's pachinko.
It's the rules.
So
right?
please, you guys, please tell me that you have all spent 10 hours playing pachinko because you understand how important that is for us to keep it in there. I know you guys have spent 10 hours playing. You guys are pachinko masters because of this. So,
Absolutely.
And I know, and since you guys put that much time playing into it, and I know you have, that's what made it worth the effort. So thank you for supporting us by playing pachinko.
Thank you, Ecool. That's amazing. Yeah, if you played it for 2 hours, that's like not as long as we spent localizing.
Yeah, no. I seem to recall like the Yakuza 5 having these really crazy English like instruction cards. Like you read them and you're like, oh my god, what is this? Who localized this? I want to say that those were actually provided by the pachinko maker people, and we were kind of like, I don't know if these are okay, but it was like at that point, there were no more teeth to pull, man. Like all the teeth had been pulled to get that to that point, and we're all like, oh, just okay, fine, whatever.
We're out of teeth.
We're out of teeth to pull.
VF5S didn't take that much work. You know, just had to do some button swaps again. You know, X and circle literally have to be confirm and cancel for the West.
Yeah,
it's
they
a
have
rule.
to be. It's a rule. Like, well, like our game will be rejected.
Yeah, they'll be like, get out.
if in any situation where X, you have to move forward, and moving forward is not X, it's some other button. Back to the line, guys. It's pretty crazy, actually.
Oop. I don't know where I'm going. Where am I going? Change outfit. I don't have outfits, do I?
Do you not?
Oh, the sunglasses. That's right. I don't want to wear her sunglasses.
I want to see Miku.
I know. She does.
But
have
that's Premium Adventure.
DLC.
That's DLC.
So if you missed all that last conversation, it was just Haruka and Park having a moment. Oh man, where am I going? This is my training room.
Okay. So I'm gonna use Valkyria Sonic EX's cue here to start talking about our live-action trailers that we released this week.
Oh, look at this trash. She sees something. Oh, lock key.
So you guys probably know, but we actually released these like live-action trailers to promote Yakuza 6 that focus on 3 sort of sub-stories that have occurred in the series to date, and we flew out to Japan and filmed them. And I think we were talking about maybe having like more of a deep dive, like a director's kind of commentary on that, about like how we went about making them and all that. Maybe we can do that next week or something.
Yeah,
maybe. But there are some things in there that I kind of want to like unpack real quick for you guys to just to like help you guys kind of appreciate kind of what was going on there. So when we decided to kind of do these shorts, it was a collaboration between like SEGA, our office, and like our agency, our like advertisement agency, that we all wanted to do together and like bring something, create something that was like new to the series, that was authentic, and that also sort of was more accessible than I feel like some of the assets we've had in the past. Like as you guys know, like Yakuza, we do these games with Japanese VO, and that's actually kind of a really unique thing within the industry, just to have a game that's only Japanese VO. The reality is it's limiting. Like some people actually get turned off by it. Rather
they think we're being lazy.
They think we're being lazy.
We're just trying to present it in the way that it should.
Right. But the reality is that like and a lot of people like really like that authentic kind of Japanese thing. But some people, regardless if they would give Yakuza a shot, they'd actually really like it. Some people are just like immediately knee-jerk kind of turned off by, well, maybe this is not for me. And we believe, and you guys know, that Yakuza is amazing. So we really wanted to have something that was like very like accessible, but authentic at the same time. It's like an impossible line to walk.
Right. So backing it up real quick to answer Valkyrie Sonic EX's question. So what was the criteria for picking those selections? That actually came to me. They were like, Scott, which ones would be good? And I was like, oh. So I actually came up with a list of, I want to say, like 15 sub-stories that I was like, these have the potential to low-level number of characters, because you can't have a bunch of characters coming in and out. You can't have a bunch of different locations. You can't have too much going on, because you have to consider the film budget. And so that was the criteria that also filtered into that. Has to have emotional resonance. Has to be something that would hit home kind of deals. So I presented marketing with like 15 sub-stories, and they chose from there.
Yep. And then once our production company had like narrowed it down, they wrote some like kind of brief level scripts about like, hey, we'd like to film these things, and that's where we kind of started the whole like balancing process of like authenticity with accessibility. So like obviously like the people who are doing this production stuff, they're kind of coming at it from sort of a Western point of view, because obviously we're a Western company and we're trying to create content for a Western audience. But there's some things in there that like me and Scott and I like engage on. We're like, hey, look, man, a Japanese person wouldn't approach the situation like this, or like, hey, this object you're relying on to be in the scene doesn't exist in Japan. Hey, this sort of background is incorrect, or hey, this character like motivation is not quite right.
The cabaret one was a lot of work.
Oh, that was a ton of work.
You get a bunch of Westerners to be like, oh, so it's in that kind of club, right?
Yeah,
like, no, back it up.
Let's back it up, guys. So, and at the same time, like one of the things I've seen a lot of people like kind of keying in on is that since it does have English VO, some people are like feel like that's a little weird because the game isn't like that. And this is actually a discussion that I drove super hard from the get-go. Was that look, it's not, these characters don't speak English. The reality is that they're Japanese people, and they speak Japanese. But
and yes, we filmed this in Japan with Japanese.
These are all the actors are Japanese people. They're all Japanese actors who are bilingual.
Who can speak English.
They all speak. So all those like Japanese lines at the beginning, each actor read their own lines. That we didn't even. That was theirs. In fact, the bouncer one, the actress who played Yuina, we actually brought the Japanese translations or the Japanese versions of their lines. That we wanted to read, but that particular super professional. She actually showed up and was like, "Hey, I actually wrote my script in character for myself in Japanese. can I read it? Can I read my version of the lines? And I actually AB'd her line, her version of her character, and sort of our translated version of the character, and based on like how she had performed all of her lines up to date, up to that point, her translation or her version of the Japanese was actually way more in character than our initial one, and I was like, yeah, let's do that one.
If I want to say she has more Japanese up front than all the other characters.
Because it's really clean. So yeah, I mean these things are supposed to be very like international, very bridging the gap, but they're also extremely authentic, and we really put a lot of time into making sure that. And I think a lot of people have actually picked up on that. You know, they're all filmed on location. They're all referencing real things that actually happened in Japan or happened in the game series. And so we're really happy with how they turned out. We hope you guys like them too. So
yeah, give them a watch if you didn't catch those. They're amazing, and yeah, they hit you in the feels. I saw someone talking about how another Haruka was like right in the feels.
Oh man, I remember like you know. So Lauren and I went out to do that. SEGA Lauren in the chat. We actually, both of us flew out to watch that on set, and they have the cameras like set up off the screen. And I remember like you can see like what the camera sees right there, and you can kind of watch it. I remember when another Haruka like turned to the camera and said that last line in that video. I remember going, "Oh man, the feels. That's the take, guys." So, and that's what ended up in the final cut. So, super happy with how this turned out.
Yeah. And no, I did not suggest the Mr. Libido sub-stories for them guys. Those would not have worked out well.
Those are not...
not quite the same emotional resonance we're going for. Different kind of resonance, I guess. I did say that one of the ones that I was pushing for that didn't get picked was I wanted to go back to Akio from the Arakure sub-story. Like
oh, that's right. We did talk. Later. Yeah, we talked about that one. That's right.
That would have been an amazing.
Yeah, we actually had this like concept for that the Arakure guy, and it was like he had grown up to become a game developer.
Yeah,
that was our pitch for it. It was like he had grown up to become a game developer because he, you know, his whole like. He had fixed his relationship with his father, and his father supported his wishes, but he was driven because of this guy he met when he was a kid who never gave up. And
we were like, thinking like maybe he's even working for SEGA, but oh man,
it was so good, but it just didn't pick it up. They didn't pick it up. So.
Twitch is laggy today, huh?
That sucks.
It's not on our end, right?
I don't know.
No.
We have to ask. Be quick.
Are we laggy today? Be quick. No.
No.
Okay.
Okay. It's you guys.
Our IT guys are both named Brian. One of them is Be Quick. One of them is Be Cool.
Be cool. Be quick and be cool. Hey, Mr. Kevin, you noticed the Club SEGA? Good.
Yeah.
We actually kind of cheated to get that. So.
All right, we get it. Street battles.
We weren't really supposed to like film on that particular street, but we're like, there's a Club SEGA that with this stuff. Like, okay, got it. Get out. So I'm glad someone noticed it. Yep, it was totally on purpose.
We've released all three, guys, so there's no more coming.
There's no more coming. So Haruka's out here on the street, like dance battling other girls into the ground.
Yep. We just had a long, lengthy explanation. This is a friend, though. She's cool.
She's cool.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot how to play this.
Oh, it's gonna tell you.
Oh, good.
All
Button
right.
icons will move across the 4 bars. Press each button just as it overlaps the circle.
Man, they've got like 100 different kinds of music game in here.
I know. Points are added to your score. Yep. In dance battles and dance events, your performance parameters affect how many points you get. You got it. All right. Oh, you have to switch between them. That's what the drama is. Oh, God.
Oh, you gotta D-pad between them. That's right. Let's do it. There you go.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Emo Mode Chester has a question if there were any characters in the series so far that over the course of localization we've grown to hate.
Grown to hate. That's a strong word.
Oh, that's the word. Oh, love or hate. Love or hate.
There's a lot of characters I think I would love, but I don't know. I'll have to think about when I'm not like dying on the dance battle. Let me come back to that.
Come on,
Okay, what? During dance
kill
battles,
this tutorial. You know, I gotta get back in my groove.
Okay, my bad.
Get back in my groove.
Oh, blew her up. That's right. The bombs.
This is gonna end up as a gif.
Here we go.
Dancing Sam gif. Dancing Sam. Happy Sam meme. I'm just super excited that the this game's coming out.
Oh God, it's been so long. Thank you for your patience.
Thanks for your patience,
everybody. 2016.
Yep.
Heat actioner. Yeah. Heal me mix. Sure. Oh, I think I didn't need healing. That's okay. Oh God, I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, she's gonna blow me up. Don't blow me up. Oh, you blew her up. That's sweet. Okay.
This girl in the back, this woman in the background, she's like clapping along.
She's having it. She's feeling it. Like Sam.
Feeling that Haruka power, you know?
Right?
Filled with the power of Haruka.
Woo! That's good. Yes! Yes!
God, I'm just having all these flashbacks about this game.
I like when it reached peak pitch. It can't go up any higher.
Another thing that was really hard about this game, I remember was Taiko no Tatsujin. Was it Taiko Master? It's the
Taiko Drum Master?
Taiko Drum Master,
Something
whatever.
like that? Yeah.
Taiko no Tatsujin, like...
People love that game.
I know, and we knew you would, but please tell me you've played 10 hours of Taiko no Tatsujin.
There's only like 3 songs, man.
Because that's how much time it took to get that right. Because the thing is that like that.
That's not. We don't even own that, do we?
We don't know. That's a Namco property. But the thing is that you know, like they. I don't know how this was made in Japan, but my assumption is that basically Namco gave over the assets or whatever, the basic game to Sega. I don't know this. Don't quote me on this, but this is how I think about it. They handed it over, and it was kind of just put in. But when it's localized, like Namco's not going to be like, well, we'll localize that for you. Like,
yeah,
why would we spend our time working on your game? That doesn't make any sense.
Just like when they did Project Crossroads.
Exactly. So it comes to us to actually have to localize Taiko no Tatsujin, and that means we have to essentially dick around with their assets, which means they have to approve our work, right? So every time we make a change, we have to send it over for approval, and it just took because the communication chain is just really long. It took so much time to get everything like tweaked, handed over, feedback fixed, handed over, feedback fixed, handed over. It just, oh my God, it was for 3 songs. 3 songs. And, you know, getting approvals, people are very, like, protective of their, like, property and whatnot. So people will be like, yo, that period is, like, 3 pixels too wide. You got to fix it.
Look at this Sotenbori map. It feels so homey. I'm like, I know exactly where I am. But I bet Club Sunshine's not around.
Well, let's go find out. Where would
Club Sunshine be? That would be...
right there.
Yeah. Let's go. P-League. No, it died. It's a bar now.
No, but this is it. Was it here or down there?
Oh no, it was out in the street. Remember?
Was it? I mean, where was the bar? Was it down the thing, or was it on the street level?
Sunshine?
Yeah,
street.
Was it on street level?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
They come and they go. So.
Don't want to do another dance battle? Is this a dance battle right happening? Dance battle dancer.
Dance battle dancer.
Let's go. House style. You're so polite. You want to have a dance battle? Okay. Are you sure? seen some people sending me their shipments of Y6.
Yep, we like
Looks
those.
it looks like some of them are going to get there a little early.
That's
That's fine. It's not my problem. I'm glad you guys get it early.
Just don't spoil it for everyone else.
Yeah,
Has to
don't
wait.
spoil
Don't
it.
don't like rub it. Like some people get it early for whatever this reason and that, but don't like rub it in people's faces because
Yeah. Or post to YouTube.
yeah, just don't do that.
Last boss battle right here, legend mode.
Participate in the community. Don't disrupt the community.
Right. Is this house? Does this qualify as house?
This music?
Yes.
No, this is. I don't think this is house music. This is kind of like if you go to a Japanese club, they wouldn't be playing this. This is the kind of music you go to, and you play like some Mai Mai to or something. Yeah. I wonder if they actually have some of these Yakuza songs on Mai Mai.
What's my Mai?
Mai Mai, you guys know what Mai Mai is, right?
I don't.
Mai Mai is this it's this Japanese
What up, Sonic Kick?
rhythm, like arcade rhythm game that Sega makes, and it looks like a washing machine. That's the joke. It's a washing machine. Basically, it's got these like buttons around it. Lauren played it while she was there. I mean, I was like, you need to go play some Mai Mai because I'm gonna play Project Diva, and someone needs to play Mai Mai. And it's basically got these this like circle of buttons around the side, and the icons come out from the middle. It's kind of like P4D. The icons kind of come out the middle, and you have to hit the buttons around the side. And sometimes it has like a touch screen. You have to slide sometimes. But I wonder if they have. But since it's Sega, there's a lot of Vocaloid and other J-pop and all this other stuff. I wonder if they have Sega Yakuza karaoke songs in it.
I kind of want to just run around.
So Lauren says she blames me for liking Mai Mai. Guilty as
all your
charged.
fault.
Guilty as charged. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
English version is not share blocked until the end, as usual. What up, Corey?
おはよう。
おはよう、はるかちゃん。そう。じゃあ早速。
Today's schedule.
Fori's Bond. Sega Fest stream starts at 10:30 JST. What is Satomi-san's like position? He's like the head of all the game stuff, basically. And Satomi's gonna get on stage and kind of talk about what Sega's all about over the next year, and he's gonna have some interesting stuff to say. Which I suggest all the the really core Sega fans, y'all will want to tune into that and kind of listen to what our kind of moving forward sort of thing is going on. So
Handshake event.
handshake events.
All right.
Oh god, this is it. This is the thing about this. This is one of I kind of give up on Haruka here.
What?
Yeah, there's like a color thing here.
Oh! You just gotta get rid of the creepers.
Yeah, but there's a color thing.
Is there?
Yeah, I'll show you. Let's see. I just remember being like, oh, this is color-based. I can't do it. I'm very quick to give up about color-based things. As soon as I realize something's like color-based, I'm like, oh, yeah. I give up.
All right. Raise your fans' satisfaction by shaking hands for them as long as possible before the event staff moves them along.
This is right. And these bouncers like come up behind the guy, and then when you get to him, they back off.
The satisfaction of die-hard fans in hoppy coats rises the easiest. What's a hoppy coat?
A hoppy. So a hoppy is like you'll see them. When you go to Japanese like festivals, and they have these like short sleeve coats with like the characters down the side, like that. Those are called a hoppy. I'll show you one.
When you fail, it drops a great deal. Shake the hand as long as you can, but you can't shake hands forever. You'll be accompanied by the legendary event staffer, Taro Hagashi, who's known among fans as the Remover. His job is to pull fans away to keep the line moving. Fans that are pulled away will slink off, trembling in fear. Even worse, their satisfaction will go plunging down. However, Hagashi is also one of Haruka's biggest fans. One smile from her can make him forget everything, including his job. Use his weakness to your advantage by smiling with L1. Got it. Alright, hold down square to shake. During this time, you can respond to chatting fans. Yes. Directional buttons. Oh man, these are hard. I remember this.
Yeah, this is hard.
Whew. All right, that's it in a nutshell. No problem. You got this, right?
Someone asked, how do we break up games when localizing? depends on the game.
Depends on the game.
It depends on how the text files are structured and how they're broken up. Sometimes, and it also depends on how the narrative is. And there's a whole bunch of paradigms and like philosophies you can follow.
I've gotten pretty good at doing that over the years. I
yeah.
think I'm managing my team, like you're handling this, I'm going to handle this, you handle that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and it comes out pretty good.
Yeah, you can divide things up by section of the game. You can divide things up by character, depending if
Character almost never works.
Character's really hard. If you need to write really distinct characters, you can divide stuff up by character and try to manage that way. But your game needs to be really linear to do so. Otherwise, it gets kind of to be a mess. But it's also really hard to manage. But you do that way. You actually get a lot of characters who sound really, really unique from each other because different people.
That's
are
why someone like me has to go through as a consistency pass to make sure it all's jiving just as you expect each character to sound.
See, so what do these colors mean?
I don't know. I had to do one.
So like, because there's the yellow and the green, I can't tell the difference.
Right.
So if that means anything, there he is. Look at the bouncer coming up, man.
No, get out!
Oh, that's what it is. You got to pick the same color as the thing he says. So if he says something that's yellow, I can't tell if it's yellow or green. That's what
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. So he'll say, see red, you got to pick the red one.
Nope. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, your hand's warm
But I
and sweaty and gross.
but
I want Purell right now. Can you imagine if an idol was actually Purelling her hands after every handshake?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Get up. All right. Give me that third bar of satisfaction. No. Ah. Wonder if I think I'm doing this right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Okay.
So that's a happy
This is
right
the
there. That's a
code.
happy code.
And these are the ones that give mad. Oh, you. Get out. Yeah. Oh, you. Okay.
Get out of here.
Goodbye. Got my satisfaction out of this.
Oh man, this game is just too much.
Yeah. Mr. Handshake Down. You got the IT guy with that one, man. Just laughing in the back of the room. When he breathes his hands in, yeah, it's crazy. Oh man, this is an amazing game. I love Yakuza.
One of our editors right now is actually playing through Yakuza 4 on PS Now, which you can play on your PS4 if you want to have a hack at Yakuza 4. And he's
hard worker.
He was like, I was like, tell me about that, man. What's your experience like? And he started talking about Akiyama's like massage parlor sub-story and how it kind of ends with that, where it ultimately ends there. And the way he was describing it was just amazing. I'm like, it's literally a crime this series has not been
Yeah, I was
popular
amazed because I don't think when I had to do this at the beginning, I didn't get the time to spend in all the nooks and crannies of the game. But Yakuza 4 has like the proto telephone club.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Yeah.
It's that whole minigame is literally proto telephone club.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, of course the telephone club existed prior to Zero.
Of course it did.
Why wouldn't it?
So yeah. He was. I mean, because that guy, that particular editor, he's been working on Yakuza for a couple rounds now, and.
But that's something I'll talk about next week in 6. It's just, what happens when you bring someone new into the fold who has to be like, I'm working on Yakuza 6. I don't know what Yakuza is. And there's like the Yakuza Hill.
Yeah, Emo Chester, you can play Yakuza 4 and Yakuza 5 on PS Now. Right now.
Not 3 because it never existed digitally.
Yeah, it's a little, Yakuza 3 is a little too old to just slip into PS Now. Sorry. What is going on, Scott?
There is a strange woman, watching her boyfriend. They thought they were watching Haruka. It's you! Yoko, the famous stylist.
World famous stylist.
Wow.
Look at that hair, man.
We've actually switched to using the actual Japanese word. This is a tough subject to talk about, but the okama.
Yeah, we started using the word okama. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a complicated topic, guys.
It is. It comes up in Japan often, and you have to localize it. But I think that it doesn't make any sense to try to find an English amalgam to
there is none.
okama.
It doesn't really one. That's just like a local sort of a cultural like approach to a a segment within that culture. So.
T-set.
この形式で何言うてんの緊張するに
This guy speaks in Kansai.
Yeah.
So, but he doesn't really got a Kansai spin on him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
ああごめん変に気を合わせてもうたな
Yeah, I would write him completely
練
different.
習の成果を発揮してくれれば
But that's the interpretation aspect of the localization process. There's no one
負けても後で取り返せばええ
answer to any line. It just doesn't work that way.
This isn't even my dialogue. I can't skip it if I want.
そうそうさて荻田さんは
I don't want to listen. I want to go to the Princess League. Yes! Princess League, first round. Woo!
One thing that popped up on one of my feeds this morning that I kind of want to like circle back on.
Oh yeah.
There's some person was still criticizing our Yakuza 6 subtitle.
Oh, the Song of Life versus the Poetry of Life.
The Poem of Life or whatever.
Right. I get it. Poetry makes sense. There's even poem stones in the game.
There are poem stones in the game, but the reality for this one is, the crushing reality, is that we actually had a long conversation about this with the dev team directly. And you remember that? And we had we went through and explained the differences between a poem and what that means in English, a song and what that means in English, and then a shi and an uta in Japanese. And we actually fleshed out all the meaning behind what makes a poem a poem and what makes a song a song. And after all this discussion, the dev team was like, we understand. In that case, Song of Life it is.
Right.
So you can criticize it, but you're basically, it's kind of like
the dev team contributed. There's a lot of things that we ask them permission. We don't just like, we don't take their game and be like, we're gonna do it this way. Don't look, dev team. We tell them. We explain things.
Yeah. So
we work very closely with the dev team. I'm so happy to be doing that too. Like it's so awesome to have like a channel to them to be like, I'm confused about this story beat. Can you tell me so that when fans ask me, I'll know?
Yeah. What's going on here?
We just found the producer of the other side.
Oh, these chicks.
These chicks.
Oh man.
These meanies.
Oh, look at this producer guy. He's
got the. Is this really our producer's dress?
This is the producer's dress. It's the sign that marks him as a producer.
The jacket, right? He's literally wearing Kiryu's producer outfit from Zero.
Yeah.
In different.
These girls are trouble though, huh?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it.
Oh no.
No. No! Oh my god. You ruined his producer outfit.
God, man.
What influenced the decision to keep Y6's subtitle was the period. It was kind of the thing because when we were watching everything that came out about Y6 prior to that, because we were like Y6, you know?
yeah. We're just excited about it, but we see it coming because we know it's being worked on in the background. So
when they did like a whole presentation, like okay, Nagoshi-san got on stage and was like, this is the importance of the period. It puts a cap on Kiryu's adventure, his whole journey. Like, this is the period, this is the end, and this period is so symbolic. And we're like, But we can't put a period at the end of this.
It's subtitled in English, like it just doesn't
work.
make any
No one's
sense.
gonna put it. No one's gonna include it.
Yeah.
But so putting that subtitle is our version of the period.
Right.
Like we put a subtitle on this to be like, this is where this.
Yeah. That's actually why it's the Song of Life and not just Song of Life.
Yep. The.
Because we had to give it gravitas. So we put the on there explicitly to.
And I'm still correcting PR to this day.
Yeah.
Add the. It's important.
It's part of it.
Soccer talent. Damn you.
Man. I always get the impression, like, talking to friends and family, that, like, the sort of, relationship between girls and each other and the what that's like in Japan, it just sounds like something you don't even want to, like, get into.
Zero's subtitle was The Promised Place. That's a direct translation. That's not how we would have rendered it.
Yeah. Or the place of oaths. It's kind of
sworn kind of
sworn. It is like you have to unpack how to translate it. It goes back. It's kind of complicated because in Japanese it's very succinct, but it like contains a lot of meaning.
And it's basically about the empty lot.
It's about yeah. So
right, that did look like kind of like Nagoshi-san. I'm not gonna lie, Coaster. It's my first thought too.
Yeah.
妙な言いがかりはやめていただけませんかね。そっちがそういう気なんやったら、オタクみたいなちっちゃい事務所。うちがその気になりゃ、ほぼ出入り禁止のすぐにできますね。
Idle world, tough times.
なんです?
Except for that's not what Nagoshi-san sounds like.
No, he doesn't sound like it at all.
You
think that's intentional?
I don't think so. Because I don't think he looks like Nagoshi-san at all.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
So.
In the cutscene, he looked a little bit more.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Huh?
Haruka, killing them with kindness.
Yeah. She's lawful good. She's lawful good. These girls are probably lawful evil.
That's another thing I try to do in our localizations. If she says the stress, I don't change that to worries. I find a way to work with like their Englishisms into what they're actually the subs.
Huh?
It doesn't always work though, because sometimes they use Englishisms that are just like, that's not what you're actually trying to say.
Yeah.
And then what you're actually trying to say takes precedence over getting that Englishism in there. It's a fine line to walk.
Yep. Bad news girls.
Ooh, T-Set used to be with us.
So they're with Osaka Talent. What's her agency's name?
Dynachair.
Dynachair, that's right.
Agitate? I don't know how to agitate.
We watched the Yakuza movie, didn't we? Sort of. We did. We watched it. We had Nagisa bring it in.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Yeah. One of our translators actually had it.
Yeah, she had a whole collection of DVDs.
She were like, I was like, we should get a copy of that, and she was like, I have a copy. And we're like,
yeah. So I borrowed it. Sam borrowed it.
Yep.
Majima's worth it in that. Like, he makes every scene he's in.
Yeah. It's an interesting interpretation on the whole thing. So.
He's laying on the ground doing his little knife slashes. He's hilarious.
It's good.
You're a bumpkin, Haruka.
Even though she's a city girl. Well, I guess she's from Saitama or whatever, like we don't actually know where the orphanage is, right? Where Sunflower is.
Oh, Sunflower.
We don't actually know where it is, right?
No, it's like somewhere outside Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suburb, the burbs. She's from the burbs.
Yeah, we've made the mistake of actually like saying that the orphanage was in Kamurocho at one point, and the dev team was like, no. We're like, oh, sorry.
Mr. Kevin is asking, how many of the localization team now are longtime fans? Actually, I would say
that we've been slowly adding people into this localization team that now are like, because we've been doing 4 games. I couldn't carry the same team over from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm literally the only consistent thing about all 4 of those games.
But every time we add a person to the team, they're always like,
they become fans.
They'd be like, oh my god, how have I not been playing this my entire life? It's like,
Yep. That's the story of Yakuza.
Yep. So
yeah, so more and more of the office is getting familiar with it, and I wish I could keep the same team sometimes because some of these guys are so good.
Yeah. They
make my life so easy.
Yeah. We're pretty fluid, and we have to keep cycling people around all the different projects. A lot of projects. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff being worked on.
Fantastic dream. Whoa. Climax heat. I will.
Are we doing this? Is this?
Yeah, I'm in the Princess League, man. I skipped straight to it.
I love the star. Like her star on her belt is like, that sells it.
Ooh. She hangs out under the bridge. Yes.
Who? Wait. She hangs out under a bridge.
Under Iwa Bridge. You know, there's a footpath there.
Oh, okay. Like, if you need to find her on the map.
Yeah.
That's where she... Oh, okay. I thought she's like, I live under a bridge, by the way. It's time to do it.
Did I need to level up before I do this? Is that what happened?
Hi.
Oh, no. Who's here now? Oh.
Hi.
Let's go. Let's go. Princess League. I'm so pumped for the Princess League.
All right, here we go. Princess League. I feel like we would replace this logo.
Yeah, we would have. I wouldn't have stood for that.
But in the Asian version, they wouldn't. They just put some Chinese subtitles into it. Oh, here he is!
Here he is!
There he is.
He's a little less cheesy now, see? He's graduated. We had to rewrite so much of his dialogue in Zero to make because the Japanese cheesy like radio host versus your understanding of a cheesy radio host are so incongruent. Yeah.
That's right, this is the stage battle match where they do one, do the other. And what is it, that people move from one side to the other side? Is that how it's supposed to work? If you're like the one that's winning, people gather under one stage?
I think, yeah, I remember that now.
I think that's how it's supposed to work.
There are some things I'll post some people seem to get really stuck on taking care of Haruto. He's got some tips and tricks. I'll go over that next week. Okay. Don't get to chapter 3.
Yeah, see yeah. They move between. I'm excited about this. You got this, man?
I don't know. I didn't level at all. I didn't do any of the handshakes. I was just like, let's go!
How does your level affect it?
I don't know.
You got damage? You like do more damage?
Let's go! Let's go! Okay. Yes.
It makes sense.
Thank you, Dote.
If you clear this, does this her chapter's not done though, right?
No. There's like 3 more battles.
Okay, yeah.
Look at him pumping up the crowd.
それではトップアイドルを目指す2組のアイドルをご紹介しましょう。まずはこちらのアイドル。パーフェクトに調和の取れたダンスと
Love it.
精度の
I
高い
love
ハ
it.
ーモニーが最大の魅力。
That's my dream is to be a Japanese, like a foreign Japanese announcer. I can be like, maybe I've chosen the wrong career path.
Is Dolce Kamiya in Yakuza 0 underground battles? No, he's the radio host, guys.
Yeah, he's the radio host, man. Oh, but you can never fight him. Well, he
can't fight Dolce. Please.
Versus Chuset.
それでは参りましょう。Ready, go!
I love all his English. He's actually pretty good with English.
Yep.
Here we go. All the build-up actually gives me some like performance anxiety.
That's it. What a point. We actually have I forgot that we actually have lyrics on this.
Oh, we do?
There's lyrics. There's a lyric.
I can't watch!
There's a lyric. At the bottom of the screen there you go.
Oh.
You guys. Someone's asking if we've seen, Mr. Kevin's asking if we've ever seen the Haruka cosplayers do the dance for this. I want to say I did, like a long time ago.
I didn't know there were Haruka cosplayers.
Everything cosplayers. But yeah, I think I've seen one video.
Nope.
Yeah, Mr. Kevin, why don't you, maybe we should get maybe Lauren can find a video of that. Get us some Haruka cosplayer dancing to Conan Zana.
Did I not?
Okay, so heat action?
Did I not press the button? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Yes, do it! Do it, do it. Oh, damn.
Wait, how did that even happen? How did that even happen?
Heat. Many things are capable with heat.
Magic of video games, guys.
Heat action does close to existence, Sam.
This Haruka in this form is actually in the art book.
Yeah, my wife did.
Yeah, your wife did it.
So catchy.
I love the icons up here. It's like, you know, she's like, I'm staring these guys down. They're all like sweat marks and stuff. Eat it, T-set.
お疲れ様でした。2組とも素晴らしいパフォーマンスでしたね。ただし、このステージはライブバトル。どちらがより多くの観客から支持を
Oh, so okay, so Errol 9 is asking how do we decide which songs to translate, which ones we don't, or which ones are romanized. Well, it depends on who worked on the game at the end of the day. And I want to say that there's actually a couple like the dev team also can sometimes have like preferences as well. And I think Bakamitai is like a Yakuza 4 song, right?
It's in 4, Kiwami, 0.
It's in 5 for sure.
5.
So, like, depending on the game, they were treated slightly differently. It's kind of it's a little all over the place. But I think our standard MO is to translate them. Don't we usually translate?
We translate the Romanji. Put them in Romanji.
Oh, we put them in Romanji?
Yeah. So you can sing them. That's kind of the goal there.
No, I mean the titles.
Oh, the titles. Yes, we translate them.
We translate titles, yeah.
始まったらワクワクして
Coaster corrected. Apparently, Bakamitai was in
あっという
5.
間に時間が過ぎていきました
Oh, okay. Wait, but then how did Akiyama sing it? Oh, in 5.
He's in 5.
他の前で歌ったのは初めてだった
Yeah,
ので
Akiyama's
すごく
Bakamitai
緊
is one
張
of
し
the
たん
best
ですけど
Bakamitais.
Oh, for sure.
観
That dude
客
can
の
sing.
皆さんに選んでいた
What
だ
a
け
set
で
of pipes.
すごく嬉しいです第2ラウンドも今日のパフォーマンスを超えられるように頑張ります
はるかちゃん、サンキューです。プレッシャーをうまく乗り越え自分のものにしたはるかちゃんの今後の活躍が楽しみです。
I'm trying to think about what I would translate Bakamitai. I really have to look at the lyrics again, but it'd be something like "Such a fool I am" or something.
What a fool.
What a fool I am, or something to that effect.
それでは次回もお楽しみに。See you next stage.
See you next stage. Are those like Neko comments or what?
No.
Credits?
Those are just credits.
Oh,
So
okay.
like TV credits.
Nico?
Nico credits.
Kitty credits.
Neko credits.
We ever have that in the game, that's how I'm gonna localize it.
本当
そしたら蒼天堀に
Let's go back to Sotenbori. Oh no, we gotta apologize to that
全
dude.
然携帯に出てくれへん。
そう
Oh,
です
there was an ain't.
そしたらこの後はまた昨日のレッスンの続きや。
Someone everyone says today is diamond.
I know, today's diamond is freaking tragic.
ちょっと気分転換してくるとええわ。
Even though it's such an upbeat song.
It's so upbeat, you never know it. You'd never think it, but it's all about trying to get Haruka to win.
じゃあまた事務所で
Oh man, now I'm remembering and I'm
Yeah.
go through.
Woo! Sotenbori.
Let's go.
Where am I?
You're down there. Or you're over there.
I'm over there.
You're over there.
Sweet. Yeah, man, look at Sotenbori. It's so nice. It's paved. It's got a paved footpath. Here's where the dude was that wanted to. His dream was to cross the bridge.
The Stajan.
The Stajan man. Locker key.
Over there where that guy's standing, where the statue guy was.
Memories.
So much has happened here.
Dance battle? Dance battle.
ね
All right.
It's like, what is she? It's like, do I have challenge me to a dance battle written on my shirt?
She's got Wild Skull written on her shirt.
Maybe it's the hoodie. It's like the Stajan. It just makes girls come out and challenge you to dance battle.
よろしくお願いします。 お手並み拝見ってとこね。
Is this house?
It's still J-pop.
Oh.
I don't know.
There's a beat.
It's a beat,
But I don't think that quite qualifies as house.
I don't think it, to me, like, house music has to sound like some British dude wrote it. You know, like, it's not if it doesn't feel like if it doesn't feel Euro, it can't really be house. But this is too like sparkles and electro. It's just J-pop. It just sounds like J-pop to me. So.
You did not just keep action me. What? What? No, I don't want to just heal. I want to do something crazy. No? Okay, I'll heal.
Hey, Majima Madness actually makes a good point. So about what happens when the dev team refers to the series. So the dev team is actually very hyper aware of calling the English version of Yakuza and the Japanese version Ryuga Gotoku. That's basically how they instead of saying like the English version of Ryuga Gotoku, they just say Yakuza. They basically have no issues with that. It's really interesting though because like calling the series Yakuza in Japanese is actually really weird. Like,
yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
It just is weird. It's like it's just a weird word to be using. You know, like it's like the reason we don't. It's like literally the reason we call it like the Ryuga Gotoku Studio and not the Yakuza Studio. Because if you said Yakuza Studio in Japanese, it just sounds insane.
Yeah, like
it sounds crazy.
The Mafia Studio.
Yeah, or like. You know, studio full of criminal. It's like the criminal studio. Like, it just does not sound right. You know, it's a really strange kind of thing.
If we could go back in time, I wouldn't call it Yakuza.
Yeah.
But there are things that you cannot go back in time and fix.
Yep. Hindsight is 20/20.
Yep.
Hindsight is 20/20.
You're no man. What's going on?
The butterfly effect. That localization butterfly effect.
I love Sotenbori. The conversations of Sotenbori are the best. Please look forward to them in Kiwami 2. Alright, what are you? What are you? What are you?
Let's go.
Jazz. Easy. I've moved on. I don't want to do easy.
Could you adjust settings? Does it, oh, I guess it's not difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd call it. If we had to rename the series now, knowing what we know now, I'm not sure what we'd call it.
Yeah, we'd have to have a conversation with marketing because they're the ones who have to sell the game.
Yeah. Way Up the Dragon. I don't know if I would call it. I don't think I would call it Like a Dragon. I never really like.
Yeah, that's just become like the general.
That's just the general accepted, but I don't know. I don't know how. I don't think that's really awesome. It doesn't sound awesome. It's also like kind of. It's like easily misinterpreted as well.
Oh. Yes. The Adventures of Dragon of Dojima. Yes.
戻ったね。
What?
はい。
忘れるとこやった。頼まれてた通帳記入。
Bank book.
すみません。
Oh,
こんなことまでお願い。
this is one of those things like you would not have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
そんな時間
What
も
a
大
bank
変
book
スケ
is.
ジュールにしてるの。
So
悔しい。
in Japan, when you have a bank account, you get this thing called a techo, and it's like a little book that records all your transactions in your bank account, and you have to have this when you interact with your bank. Okay, and what you do is you can like feed it into an ATM machine, and the ATM machine like prints all your transactions into it and spits it back out to you. It's kind of, you remember how we have like the old ladies and people have this like the checkbook, the check register or whatever. It's like that, but like a machine processed version of it, and it represents like your account. Now we basically got rid of this because now we have online banking, but in Japan they're only really starting to move in online banking, and especially back in like 2011.
No, damn, why don't you just slap him?
Get inside. Get your ass inside. Man. Tough boss. That's an HR violation right there.
She's the president.
What happened?
She's pissed about the trip.
What trip?
The Haruka tripping.
Oh,
how did you let this happen, Hori?
Take responsibility.
Right? Get out the board. Get out the knife. Pinky. Damn.
いい？はるかはね、芸能界に甘い幻想なんか持っていないのよ。だからこの世界の汚い部分を見れば見るほど、どんどんただの仕事と割り切ってしまう。でもそれじゃダメなの。あの子自身があの子なりにちゃんと夢を感じられなきゃダメなのよ。
she's really like.
She's ripping into him, right?
She really needs Haruka to be like.
でもはるかの場合はそうじゃない。はるかにははるかが持ち続けられる夢を持たせてあげないと意味がないの。二度はないわ。こんなミスはこれっきりにして。
She's not. So basically, she's saying she's not the type to be motivated by hardship. She's less stick, more carrot. She needs less stick, more carrot.
And the studio, I get so lost in here. Is this the studio? What up? Yep.
Oh man, too late. Or she's like you're late or whatever.
What are we doing today? More dancing? Do you have a new song? Oh, we skip it. Oh, dance lesson. Let's go.
Ogita-han. There you go. Wait. Okay, can you stop a second?
Yep.
Can you turn back to that mirror real quick? We'll walk around a little bit.
Pretty accurate.
It's mirrors are complicated, man. Mirrors are a tricky thing to deal with.
In games?
In games.
She goes down the stairs so well. She's so dainty.
So dainty.
Where's that? Any more presents from the fans?
You gotta get out there, man.
I know.
No presents. Gotta get out there and own it.
You can't just hit the mirror button? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know the first thing about dance, I got defeated by Kazuma Kiryu in 1988. Oh damn.
I knew that was happening. She got no time for that.
俺をクビにしてあの田舎者のガキがまともに踊れるようになるとでも思っとんのか。俺がいるからなんとか様になってんだろうが。あんたよ、金払ってる人間が一番偉いとでも思っとんちゃうんか。大間違いやで。
残念だけど間違っているのはあなたの方。この業界ではね、金を払ってる人間が一番偉いのよ。
So Yakuza. She is a Yakuza.
Golden rule. It's like one of the things my dad always said is like, do you know the golden rule? No, Dad, I don't. He who has the gold makes the rules.
Oh, so dad.
I know, right?
So dad.
So dad. It's so dad.
Oh damn! Cigarette to the face.
What's the heat action for that? The essence of tobacco or something like that.
Essence of cigarette.
Man, this is a pretty harsh workplace, man. There's a lot of HR violations.
She don't give a shit about HR. I don't think she even hired HR. She is HR.
But we got contracts.
そういえばお前直前で契約書を一部変更するって言っとったな。その時まさか。
Man, she's dirty. Dirty. Talk to my lawyer.
Really? Dude.
Oh,
God. 放っておきなさい。
社長大丈夫ですか？すぐに冷やさないと。待ちなさい、はるか。
Yes, they absolutely throw cigars in people's faces when they mess up.
Every time he messes up, I'm like,
do you know how many cigars I've dodged?
There's like a big pile of like burnt out cigars like on next to his desk.
No, I never screw up. There's no cigars.
Yeah, they're all my scripts and they just fly past me and then they like,
たった今荻田をクビにしたわ。
ええ。そやけど、そしたらどうするんです？
Since of vaping.
That'd be the modern
I'm
one,
actually
right?
really surprised that like there's like I would expect that to maybe pop up in a new Yakuza games. It's like vaping's the new thing right now because
That's what they're very up on the trends.
He's
We're gonna
very
play
up on
Yakuza
the
6 on Tuesday and be like, oh, 2016 trends are very well represented here.
Yeah.
Cat cafes and idol culture.
Because I was actually asking. I want to say that when Sato-san was here for the art show, which we did, if you guys will know about the art show, you should look at the recap for that. But when he was here for that show, I want to say that I actually had a conversation about him in vaping, because Sato-san smokes, and I was like, is vaping like a thing that's like catching on in Japan? And I think he said that like some people do it, but it's not really mainstream yet. Because like basically because in Japan the tobacco laws aren't quite as like stringent as they are in like California is kind of like we have really hard tobacco laws, and the noose is sort of closing on tobacco in Japan, and it's getting harder and harder to find places to smoke, especially in Tokyo. But I don't think vaping's really caught on in Japan yet. But I could see that being like a thing. But Japan is so polite with their smoking. They smoke away from people. Everyone carries like these little personal ashtrays that they keep in their pockets. People don't throw their tobacco on the ground, even though Dairu did that. But he's a Yakuza. Who gives a fuck? That's like Japanese style like defiance. Like I don't give a fuck. Oh, I threw my cigarette butt on the ground. I'm a fucking badass.
We got a badass.
Over here. Which I like because everyone's so like clean about it.
Mr. Kevin, Sam is fluent. I am absolutely not.
But yeah, I kind of wish people would keep their personal ashtrays on them because there are people around my neighborhood who like throw their cigarette butts on the ground, and I'm like, I guess I gotta pick that up. I gotta wipe someone's butt for that, so I'm gonna pick that up and throw it in the trash, even though someone's put it in their mouth and stuff. But hey, man, that's how you want to be. Okay.
Stegel's still around.
Who?
This bar. How do you say that? Stegel?
Stegel? I don't know. Oh, is that in Kiwami 2?
That's been in all of them.
Oh, it's in all of them.
Anytime you're in Sunmore,
that's the one where the dart stuff is in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess Sunshine can't stick around, but that bar is like good to go.
What?
Yes. So my history with Japanese is I took 3 years in college. I did a 2-month study abroad program in Kyoto, and then I was on the JET program for 3 years. And then I've been working in the industry as a bilingual project manager for longer than I would like to admit at this point.
I just heard, as passing by, I heard the cabaret song that's used in Y6.
Oh, yeah? They do that.
Because the cabaret songs, when you stare at those girls for 3 weeks straight or more, you start to get real in touch with that music.
Yeah, really in touch with it. It becomes part of your soul.
It kind of does. When I hear the stuff in Zero, though, it like takes me home. Like, oh, this is where I belong.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, are you hard? Yeah, let's try a hard one. Oh no, I'm not even a good match. Oh man, she straight up rejected me.
She's like, oh, wait, how do you know that? What does it say?
I have to be B-rank dancer, I think. Wow.
Talk to the hand. Get out of here. Who's this guy?
What is this guy? Do I have a minute?
That's so Kiryu. She's like Kiryu. Yeah.
Oh, Sultan Boy Tourism Board. This is the pictures taking stuff. Meh.
Whoa.
They need pictures of certain spots in the cities to increase tourism.
Hey girl, you hard?
I did say that, didn't I? My bad.
Oh man.
Stream rated M.
This is here's the thing. Here's the thing I think is going to be crazy though, is that we'll be able to look back in 10 years and look back at this stuff and be like,
I don't want to watch these streams in 10 years.
I don't want to either, but they will exist. The internet never forgets.
This is the figure that was floating up in the river when Majima goes down underneath the river. It's the same face. The same face.
Oh yeah, the guy just pulled it out of the I'll use that. Are we going to stream after Yakuza 6 comes out? That's a great question. So, I think the current plan for the stream is that we will So Sega Live is a thing that we do want to continue. We may have to take a break from Yakuza for a little bit and move on to some other project.
They're kicking me off, guys. They're like, Scott, we're tired of you.
And
You're not a good
we're gonna bring
Get
some.
out.
I'll be around. Scott's gonna be around. We're gonna introduce you guys to some of our other team members who are just as passionate and interested in the product we're working on. And we're going to talk about other kind of stuff because, Sega isn't only Yakuza, and Yakuza isn't the only thing Sega works on.
Yes, it is.
And, but Sega, we do all kinds of stuff over here.
No, we don't.
This is why we're moving him from the stream. Maybe we can get some Atlas stuff on here.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
We'll talk some Atlas stuff. You guys like Atlas stuff? Yeah, you do. We'll talk about, but we're thinking about stuff to talk about, and there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about, and we hope you guys, even if you're here to talk about Yakuza, in the same way that people who maybe are not interested in or think they're not interested in Yakuza, but then once they start hearing and understanding the ins and outs of it, they're like, now I'm interested in Yakuza. In the same way, we have a lot of other products that are the exact same way. So.
Did you see a flashy tanned man? Classic Yakuza, when they go to... Oh, sorry. I'm underage. Sorry. When someone goes to sober up, where do you think they go?
Probably down to the riverside. So
Yep.
if they barf, they're going to barf into the river.
That's exactly where I was thinking.
Flagship Fighter, I may be around for VC4 streams, maybe. Technically, I'm like...
He does everything.
I'm
Sega.
associated with like
He is
every
the
single
Sega
project.
brand.
Yeah, so...
Sega would not exist without Sega Sam.
So, I'm technically involved with everything. It's just that Yakuza is sort of like a pet project, particular special pet project, and Scott and I, we just have good chemistry.
Yeah, we go back a ways.
We go back a ways.
Hey, we were right, down by the river.
Is this the girl who danced?
Yeah.
At first? Okay.
She's trying to get some dance notice on the dance floor too, but Christian wouldn't train her. So now she has to dance battle Haruka in front of him, but Haruka's gonna smash her.
So emo mode gesture is like says he's nervous to play any games made by Atlas.
Why?
Nervous? Reason to be nervous? Atlas makes super quality content. We love Atlas. We are Atlas. We are Atlas. So it's all the same people. It's basically the same people working on the product. So
we're just
the people who work on the Persona product are just as passionate about that product as the people who work on the Sega product, because we're the same people. How's Flagship Fire is asking about VC4 localization. VC4 localization is going quite well. It's in its basic, like literally final stages. There's a couple more things that'll have to be, once that's all tied up, there's a whole bunch of stuff that starts from then. And I think we've been kind of we've been relatively quiet about VC4 because we got a lot of amazing stuff to show you guys coming down the pipe. But we're just not ready to talk about it yet because it's not fully formed. So stay tuned for that. We'll start talking about VC4 very, very soon, though.
E3 is just around the corner, guys.
Just around the corner, guys. Something about 13 Sentinels. There, I said it.
Oh, don't heat me! Don't heat me.
What was the genre for this one?
I didn't see it. It's a story.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, it didn't have that. Okay.
I think I had to do handshake events to learn a new heat move. I think it's that because I wanted a heater.
Yeah, we're to build VC hype, VC4 hype at some point. Valkyria Chronicles 1 remaster will be played in the future. But it's gonna be a little bit closer towards the actual release of Valkyria Chronicles 4. And for that particular product, like the original, we don't have any original localization people on team about that. So it's gonna be more kind of like this, where it's like a let's play. But maybe yeah. Maybe I can get Weber down for that.
Weber?
Aaron Weber.
For Valkyria?
Yeah, because he was
Does
actually...
he even care?
I think that was his first, like the first game he worked on.
Oh.
So maybe Aaron, our friend at Sonic_Hedgehog, or the social media manager for Sonic, that was kind of in his first era, early era of Sega. So Aaron, calling you out, bro! If you want to come down and talk about VC1.
Oh, Weber just got...
Let's go.
I don't know how to say that. How do you say that?
That's not a word. That's two eyes and a mouth, right? That's what that is.
I thought it was. Oh, maybe it's the UWU that I'm thinking.
UWU. I think that's the same thing. It's closed
No,
eyes.
no.
Okay. All right. Maybe I missed.
How do you say that?
Yeah, but yeah, some people in the company consider me and Weber to be like some kind of manzai combo or something like that. Well, I guess he's like the bokeh Yaku and I'm the Tsukomi Yaku. But that could be fun. He's tried to get me up on the Sonic stream from time to time.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep. Don't want any of that.
I don't know what I would say. I don't. He can be kind of intense. He can be a little intense for that. I'd rather bring him into our like home turf.
今日は気分がいいので一つだけ教えてあげます。私がはるかの方を選んだ理由。ダンスはテクニックじゃない。自らの心をどう表現するか。
No, I'm not going to do the Manzai sub story.
Oh,
I don't
right.
want to die.
So this guy's okay. I remember that because I was trying to remember like it's like Christina.
Right.
But it's Christian. But I remember the conversation about it because the guy it's a guy.
Yeah.
It would be weird to render it as Christina. But that's kind of like an example of like what we do when we really want to line up what you hear and what's actually on text. And we go to in our philosophy, we go to a lot of extremes to make that happen. But what would you do? Would you leave it as Christina?
I'd probably would have gone Christian as well. It's because we don't add the various O's, A's, and vowels that they throw into English names, correct?
Right.
Typically. Scato. I wouldn't call myself Scato on the...
Yeah, but if it was actually Christian, it would be Christian.
Oh.
They actually, I don't know why they have nut on the end of it.
I would have had a conversation with the dev team, I think.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Kevin, as far as I'm concerned, this is Scott Sam Manzai already.
Yeah, right? Hey!
We're just not slapping each other in the back of the heads. That's what we need. We should bring one of the slappy fans.
Yeah.
Oh, they want us to do the Manzai story.
I just saw that, but there's no point. It's impossible.
Well, I could try it.
You want to try it?
No, I don't really want to try it.
Okay, good.
I need to practice.
Yeah.
I need to practice.
Damn. This is actually pretty intense.
What happened? Did you just like basically kick her out of the room?
Yeah. She brought Haruka up to be like, oh, look, I brought a professional dancer. We can both be trained. And then he's like, okay, have a dance battle.
Yeah, and then she's not good enough, and he's like, I like you.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's rough. Poor Kari.
Yeah, you gotta stand on the shoulders of your friends.
What a competent president.
Yeah, I think there's actually been some talk about trying to get me and Weber on the same stream. But the problem is that, you know, like we've mentioned it before, but our office here and the Sonic office are like
kind of some miles apart.
They're kind of some miles apart.
Just enough to be annoying.
Just enough to be like, that's too far. On any given day, it's like an hour and a half drive to get to that office. So, though I guess you could technically take the train. You could technically, because you can take a train to Union Station, and then you can like train from Union Station to Burbank, like Burbank area.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's just
that'd be long. It's just as long.
it's long, but at least you're not driving.
Yeah.
はるかにとって私はただ
ありがとう。
どういうこと？踊るのはこの子です。成功するかどうかは
So he's like the new Ogida?
ご期待にお答えしてみせましょう。ダンス歴わずか半年でここまで彼女の努力もそうならば残された時間は
クリスティーナさん。
I see. They literally are Christina. I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
it's totally Christina.
Huh.
今日のところはこれで失礼します。
What are the offices of the big Sega building in San Francisco?
Wait.
私もメニューを考えておきます。
This guy's got kind of like a. Anyway, I don't want to dig in it. There's a lot of localization action going on with this character that I don't feel is being represented in this thing going on. It's been simplified a little bit, but it's very interesting. Very interesting. I think we would.
Yeah,
have
that's kind of their style is to make sure that it's simple enough to understand, and I think that was because that's the philosophy that they went forward with.
Yeah,
And
because there's a lot to unpack here anyway.
yeah.
So.
And that's kind of one of the interesting things that we're doing with Kiwami 2 is literally like unsimplifying it at times.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this was really well put, but it's simple.
It's simpler, yeah. We tend to put a little bit more complexity back into it, but there's the argument to do that, and there's also some strong arguments against that as well. Yeah. What are the offices the big Sega build in San Francisco?
Because the sign's still up there.
Oh, the
right?
sign still is up on it. There's not. I don't know what's in there. It's just a sign. There's no. I have no idea
Just
what's
some
in there.
dead souls.
There's no people in there. No Sega people in there. That's for sure.
Zombies.
I can't really go into like what I would change. I'd need to like actually evaluate the entire character from front to back. But there's some stuff. There's some stuff going on with this character that I'm kind of like, but it is complicated. There's some complicated stuff going on there.
Give me it. Yeah.
Actually, if the San Francisco office is filled with anything, it's gonna be filled with copies of Anarchy Reigns. No lie. Stacks and stacks and stacks of copies of Anarchy Reigns.
Oh, Hori in the office. Zombie copies of Anarchy Reigns.
Zombie copies of Anarchy Reigns.
Anarchy Reigns, Dead Souls.
Sam, too soon.
Too soon?
Are you serious?
How soon is soon?
It's like half a decade in the past.
Dozo.
失礼します。
失礼します。
The pen. That pen's a spoiler.
Which point? Oh, that's right. Oh, I did see the pin. I was too engaged on the chat, but I remember this being a scene. There's a thing going on
There's
here.
a thing with that pen.
There's a thing. This gets a flashback later, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This totally gets a flashback.
あなたたち、今からすぐ蒼天テレビに行きなさい。今日の漫談。私から短い時間だけどアポン。
わかりました。
春。近くに。あなた。
Oh, damn.
誰に教わったの?
It's not something you say to a girl.
Kiryu? Uncle Kaz did.
Uncle Majima?
それにリップも何も塗ってない。
Is hostess named Garomi?
これじゃダメよ。すぐにヘアメイクを手配するから。
Oh, that's right. And then they have like a bonding moment here.
Yeah.
Over the makeup. That's right.
Make sure you learn to do it competently.
堀江。
Get the makeup artist.
そうやけど社長、今からメイク。
まったく。これだから男のマネージャー。いいわ。なら私。
She runs a tight ship.
化粧は女の身だしなみ。ブスだってメイクで可愛くなるの。
She didn't say plain girl. She said ugly girl.
Softening the blow, localization.
Busu means an ugly. A busu is an ugly person. So. Basically, like even ugly chicks can look hot with makeup. It's kind of with what she literally said.
思ってなかったら少しでもマシになろうと一生懸命お化粧するはずなの。
It's interesting, like in Japan, I don't know how it works overseas, but it's really interesting. In Japan, there's actually like classes that you sign up for to learn how to like do your makeup. Like in the same way you would like, I take Japanese classes at whatever, or like there's a firm that trains you how to like do karate or whatever. There'll be like places you can go to and sign up to take makeup classes.
That's interesting.
The makeup game in Japan and I think Asia kind of in general is like really high.
Yeah, the makeup game in Japan is like next level.
It's next level.
Like don't even compete.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that with your little like just your little MAC shot and an eyebrow pencil from Target.
No. Did she actually change?
It's a little bit. I think there's some blush.
They smoothed her out a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, no, she does look a little bit. She actually looks a little bit more like her Yakuza 6 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's closer.
Oh, man!
She's actually closer to Yakuza 6 Haruka. I always thought that was kind of a weird like gap. There's like a gap, but that's kind of what that's what it is. She's a little bit more. That's the difference. She's got makeup on in Yakuza 6. So there you go. Even when she gets knocked out by a car, she's still.
That scene that Coaster's talking about in Y2 is good. Oh man, the Kiwami version makes it so good.
Yeah. That's actually where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah?
I'm playing the Japanese version.
Sam, please, what?
Wait, is Haruka getting hit by a car a spoiler? That's literally like.
We put that in the
trailer.
Spoiler.
It's in the trailer, guys. That's not like a 8th-hour reveal.
No,
that's literally like in the
one.
That's like in the first 30 minutes of the game. Like that's the setup. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Oh my god.
That's the setup. That's the premise of the game. Sorry, spoiler alert. If that's their thing. There's a baby. There's a baby in the game. There's a baby in Yakuza 6.
His shirt's going to come off.
The shirts will come off. Dudes will get beaten up.
First person. Give me it. Give me the key. Okay, wait.
What?
This is what.
Yep. But no, but it's a contraction. It's just Dyna chair.
Oh,
put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, because you go back and look at the sign. Like under here, it says right here. It says Dyna chair.
Oh, okay.
Ge no jimusho.
This is exactly what we do with localization, where we're going to change this, and then you go find a sign. It's like, no, you're not going to change this.
Yeah, it says Dyna chair talent agency.
Key? I've got key site. No. Just knock that dude over. I didn't know I could even do that.
Mr. Kevin's asking if we can if we play all the games in Japanese before they come out.
I don't. I can't.
I do. I try to. I try to play. I do my best to try to play all the games Sega puts out in Japan.
This is a person who'd rather.
But I also have to balance the fact that like I can't only play Sega games because that would not make me a very good industry person because I got to spend time playing other people's games as well. So, and I don't go home and do nothing but, leave work at 7 and go home and then play games for 5 hours and then go to sleep. I got other stuff we got to do too. So, yeah, I do try to play all the games.
Generally, I will make it on something I'm going to localize. I will play it in Japanese, like just to kind of get that feel for it, see what's going on, identify certain objects. You know, I follow the translators playing it a little bit, but I can't play it all the way through. Generally, it's just not much point in that.
So what games do I play that are not SEGA related? I can go over the games I played last year.
He's playing Fortnite now.
I was playing Fortnite recently. Rocket League is like evergreen.
Still forever Rocket League. Team Super Spicy.
I played Monster Hunter. I played Breath of the Wild. I played Horizon Zero Dawn. I played a whole bunch of like little small indie games in between, but I can pick them up on when the opportunity is right.
I shouldn't have started this. There's only 4 minutes left.
So yeah, I mean, I do. I like to see what I try to keep pepper it between like what are the Japanese companies are doing and what sort of the AAA content is, what's leading the industry.
The running gag with me is that I play things like way behind. Like right now, I'm playing Nier Automata and being like, oh, all right, let's have a conversation about this one, and everyone's like, oh, that's so last year, bro.
So last year.
I beat Breath of the Wild like in January, and I'm like, Breath of the Wild was pretty good, guys. And it's like, game of the year, we know.
Yeah.
But I do go back and play them. I get through it somehow. Nope. I don't want to start it. We've got no time. This will just go.
Yeah. Here we are here at the end. So let's. There's no point in paying the bills.
Right.
If you guys haven't bought the game by now, like we failed. We failed at our job. But it's coming out next week. It's going to be out on Tuesday. We want everyone to come out. We know that there's other, competing. There's a lot of content out there competing for your attention. But, we want you guys to get out there and talk about the title. We're excited about it. It's coming out. You guys are, and we know you guys are excited about it. We put a lot of love into it. It is the final chapter of Cosmic Kiryu, and it's worth your time. And we hope you guys get out there and tell everyone that it's worth their time. Also, we released like we discussed earlier, we released those live trailers, those live action trailers that we did. We want you guys to, appreciate those. Maybe we'll talk about them a little bit more in depth next week. Share them with your friends.
Next week, Yakuza 6 stream from the beginning.
Yeah, we're gonna
all that stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna
go over it. We'll talk.
Yeah. So if you spoilers for next week, guys.
Yeah, Haruka might get hit by a car.
She might get hit by a car. There might be a baby. Join us for that. It's essentially the demo. We're basically going to be playing through the demo content, so we hope you guys can join us for that. Yep, and if hopefully it's a clean launch. If not, we'll be out there trying to fix it. Oh, someone did actually, is there a patch? Day one patch?
There is a day one patch. It's going to add a rainbow bun to the game.
A rainbow bun, which is like something that gives you a crap ton of XP. Yeah.
And it fixes one minor issue where this is one of those rule things we actually left in the game that you could say that you can like say the game name to like make the game start.
Right.
We accidentally left in the Japanese Ryuga Gotoku 6, which you're not allowed to do.
Which you're not allowed to do.
So now we had to take that out. The patch takes that out.
So just small, a little bit of additional. It does something with the clan.
I think it'll just be like bug fix.
Does it do anything with the clan creator?
No.
Okay, so no changes to the clan creator. It's just a little small bug fix. But yeah, and it's not a big patch either, so you guys can jump right in, no problem. Get it Tuesday.
Yakuza 6.
Yeah,
finally.
And tweet us at social. Either follow at SEGA.
At Yakuza Game.
At Yakuza Game. You can tweet at me. I'm at Sam_Mullen.
At Tree Red.
And we'll answer all your launch questions as best we can. And if we can't answer them, then we will forward you to the appropriate tech support stuff.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. We're looking forward to have a great weekend. Watch SEGA Fest.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.